We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. They find some open field here. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. 55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Again, it's Cook, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On third down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Cowboys at 11-3 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Prescott now from the 50. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Prescott looks to throw on first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To the air again, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Up the middle. Here's Elliott. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the 27, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Play action now. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Inside give to Elliott. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st down, Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. first down. Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing is Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Come on. 60 bison.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And complete right side to Cook. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, the ball comes out on the but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, look, Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. On play action, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.